Hi everyone, my name is Teresa McCardle, and I chose to study Ben & Jerry's ice cream and their advertising techniques. After researching the company and what it stands for, I intend to create an advertisement that tackles a major social issue, while still staying true to the company's nostalgic childhood magic and small town vibes. Ben & Jerry's was founded in 1978 in Burlington, Vermont. Two childhood best friends, as you can see here, Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield, started the company with a very small investment in a rundown gas station. Together, they focused their energy on resources on ensuring a high-quality product over quantity. They use fresh, local ingredients and infuse creativity into both their flavors and the names of the flavors to attract customers to their storefront. The shop quickly became a community favorite. In 1980, 2 years after opening, Ben & Jerry's expanded their business by selling pints of their signature flavors with funky names in grocery stores. The names helped their products stand apart from other ice cream brands, and within a few years, the Ben & Jerry's brand took off regionally. More ice cream shops opened in response to the company's growth. In 2000, the company was acquired by Unilever, a global consumer goods company. Through this partnership, Ben & Jerry's has maintained its commitment to quality and sustainability, flavor, and social change. They've grown into a global powerhouse, selling products in over 35 countries. Today, you can find Ben & Jerry's across most of Europe, Asia, Mexico, Canada, and the Caribbean. They have manufacturing sites in both the United States and abroad, and have many scoop shops for local communities to enjoy. The company's values and mission statement read, "We love making ice cream, but using our business to make the world a better place gives our work its meaning. Guided by our core values, we seek in all we do at every level of business and advance human rights and dignity, support social and economic justice for historically marginalized communities, and protect and restore the Earth's natural systems. In other words, we use ice cream to change the world." These beliefs have been part of the company's foundation from the beginning. Today, Ben & Jerry's contributes a minimum of $1.1 million annually through corporate philanthropy to support these values and their mission as a company. I chose these two Ben & Jerry's advertisements to highlight both similarities and differences in design choices that I found interesting and that I wanted to incorporate into the advertisements I created for the company. In both ads, the overall aesthetic feels like it's geared towards children. Stylized, cartoon-like images, bold colors, and simple designs. This makes sense as ice cream is a childhood treat, and the company naturally wants to appeal to that demographic. At the same time, it connects with adults by evoking memories of their own childhood. Through my research, I found that most of the marketing campaign follows this visual style. I thought it was important to keep that consistency as it aligns with the company's overall brand. Building brand recognition through visual identity, consistent tone, and a familiar customer experience are all important ways to keep customers coming back. In the advertisement shown on the left, the slogan reads, "We know all our cows by name." This message makes the company feel local and personal, like it's operating just down the road, even though it's a global brand. It taps into Ben & Jerry's small-town roots and emphasizes a close connection to local farms and fresh ingredients. It suggests a wholesome, trustworthy source of quality, so fresh, in fact, they know the cows by name. This slogan beautifully reflects Ben & Jerry's values of local sourcing and maintaining a friendly, small business feel. The advertisement on the right, although also stylized with cartoon images, takes on a much larger topic than fresh ingredients. It delivers a deeper message, one that speaks to the consumer directly. We are the voice of change. It reminds us that we hold the power, and that is what Ben & Jerry's mission has always been about, using ice cream to change the world. The combination of all three of these elements, how they connect with consumers, uphold their company's belief, and sell their product, are the core strategies I wanted to include in my own advertisement. I believe all of these contribute to Ben & Jerry's success and are important to include when creating a meaningful and effective advertisement. The target audience I address is a large demographic, but it's split into 3 subsections. The first group I'm targeting is children ages 3 to 12. I did this simply and straightforwardly through a stylistic approach of bright, bold colors and cartoon-like images. The advertisement is visually engaging for all ages, but is designed to appeal to children specifically because of these fun design choices. The second audience I target is the Gen Z demographic, kids and young adults between the ages of 13 and 28. In this advertisement I bring attention to the current social issue of AI taking over simple, everyday jobs and pose the question of whether this could become a bigger concern in the future. According to SurveyMonkey, Gen Z leads in using AI for educational purposes, with 61% using AI for school and learning. I thought this made Gen Z a good group to target. Ice cream is a fan favorite across all generations, but Gen Z will likely connect more with the AI angle of the ad based on their frequent use of the technology. The third audience I focus on is millennials, ages 29 to 44. SurveyMonkey states that 50% of millennials use AI for work and professional use. I figured targeting this age group would be effective for similar reasons as Gen Z. They are also active online and are more aware of AI's growing presence in our lives. The advertisement I created follows Ben & Jerry's branding style, which was very important to me. I wanted to keep their look consistent because that consistency helps customers stay engaged and loyal. I also wanted to stay true to their core values by touching on a current social concern, since that's such a big part of their identity as a company. The issue I decided to focus on was the overuse of AI technology in everyday life, and how it's starting to replace small human jobs. Ironically, I actually used AI to help create my ad, but I thought that added some extra meaning and even a little bit of humor. To make my ad, I used Canva. I pulled an image of clouds and Ben & Jerry's logo from the internet, and then I used ChatGPT to enter the prompt, create an image of a cartoon robot holding an ice cream cone with microchips in the ice cream. The hand should be coming in from the left side of the frame. That created the main image for the ad. Luckily, I only had to enter the prompt once, but I did have to do some editing in Canva. If you look closely at the bottom of the robot's hand in the ad that I made, you can see that it's not totally smooth. I had to erase part of the AI generated image to get it to fit the layout that I wanted. You can see the original AI image on the left. I used juxtaposition as a visual tool in my ad. Juxtaposition is important in digital marketing because it uses contrast, like images or text, to catch attention and make the design more impactful. In my case, the juxtaposition is between a classic ice cream cone and the microchips replacing the ice cream. This contrast was meant to create a strong, memorable effect. You don't usually see an ice cream cone that doesn't look delicious, and that's exactly the point. I also added the line, AI can't scoop love or cookie dough. This slogan was meant to show just how over-the-top AI can get and make viewers stop and think. It sounds silly, like no one thinks a robot will serve us ice cream, but is that idea really that far off? I ended with the slogan, real people, real love. I wanted to bring everything back around to the company's values and where they started. I wanted to remind people that there are real humans behind their favorite treat, people who care, who connect with their communities, and who put time and heart into what they do. I think people are more likely to support companies that feel personal. Personally, I'd rather buy from a small business than a giant corporation. That small town feeling is a big part of what makes Ben & Jerry's special, and I think it's something that they should keep as they grow. To get this ad in front of my target audience, I focus on social media platforms, YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, and Facebook. As you can see on the graph above, Gen Z spends a ton of time on social media. Putting the ad on these platforms, make sure that they'll see it, connect with it, and hopefully go buy the product. Millennials also spend a lot of time online, especially on larger standing platforms like Facebook and Instagram. That's why I think the best approach for marketing Ben & Jerry's would be to focus on those 5 platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, and YouTube, since they're all very popular with the Gen Z and millennials. And that was my project. I had a great time researching this, and thank you all for listening. I hope everybody has a great summer. Thank you.